girlies, I'm going on a date tonight and this is the glam that I'm gonna do. If you like what you see right there, you think I'm sexy, slaying, I'm everything, which I already know I is, but thank you for thinking it too, boo. Keep on watching this video. Date nights are crucial, especially if you're going on a first date, girl. Nerves, your ass is sweating. I got you though. First thing is first, okay? In my other makeup videos, I always literally forget to put my primer on. I don't know what it is. I think I just get too excited and I dive right in. But I'm gonna be going in with my gorgeous milk primer. I got the matching setting spray. I'm gonna squirt a little. Just gonna lay it on. I never even used to use primer, girl. I didn't believe in it. I have some new products. Oh my god. I really want to try two lashes. And this one doesn't even need glue, girl. Like, how is she gonna stay on my eye? I don't even know, but stay tuned. In case she is not what she says she is, I also got her. I just love the eyeliner. And then I got these. Oh my god, Real Technique. Do a real one if you know Real Techniques. For those who can't afford Sephora brushes, girl. I went to Sephora and one brush was $200. I was like, who is buying this, boo? Because I'm not. This, all you need for your eyes. I'm really excited to try these new products out. That being said, girl, we need to continue with this video. I've always wanted a mirror with this little thing because I always see the beauty people like Jeffree Star and whatever they be using this, and I was like, I need one of those. Chop, chop, chop. We need to get to it. Since we're doing a date night look, I want to go really subtle. See how there's like gaps in my brows? All I want to do, girl, is complete the puzzle. I just want to fill in those gaps, nothing else. I'm literally just going to the illusion of hair in that corner. That is all I want to achieve. Okay, she's a bit like clunk clunk. We can't have that, I'm sorry. This Morphe pencil is the only one I could literally find that was as close color to my black eyebrows. I think this one does the trick pretty well. Eyebrows are looking a bit thick, but it's all right. Now that I've committed to doing makeup videos 24/7, I need better shit. Like, I really don't know what number this is, girl. Oh, shit. I'm gonna do some concealer. All I do, girl, 1, 2, and a little bit on the back. Girl, that is literally perfect. Applying a bit of water so she's not parched. Fun fact about me is I used to use beauty blenders for everything, literally. Then I found out about concealer brushes and I was like, oh, yes please. So as you can see, I have this weird technique, girl. Do not judge, but I kind of go up because when I was going in, I had literally way too much concealer on my brush and it would like inside my brow. That is hard to clean up, girl. I'm thinking about what story I can tell you guys. Sometimes I feel pressured, like I'm like, do I have a story to tell? Is it gonna be funny enough? Today's look is all about looking good, but not overdoing it. I've seen some of these, I'll get ready with me for a date night makeup tutorial, and the girls are gorgeous, no shade, but they just doing too much. Like, I don't know what kind of date it is. Like, is he taking you to a club or something? But like, you don't need that much cake, girl, on your face. My brows literally look so good right now. I'm drinking so much water. I'm gonna need to pee like 50 million times during this video. I'm literally so happy about these brows right now. I have a feeling that today is gonna be a good makeup day. I always have those brain fart moments. I'm just gonna apply some concealer on my eyelid. Okay, that's kind of cool. To add to my collection, going in with my Master Mattes Makeup by Mario palette. She gets dirty so easily, but she's a good product. I'm gonna go into the shade White. I don't know what it's called, girl. They don't have any labels. We want to create a lovely base for that eye. Okay, you're gonna be looking really white, and that's fine. Easy, easy. And then if you're feeling like really go in with a little sparkle. If you want to look like you're not wearing eyelashes, but you don't want to get eyelash extensions, half lash, girl. Half lash is for you, okay? I'm literally not even sponsored, but they should sponsor me because I always wear them. The more natural you can get them to look, like more like these, the better, girl. So I'm gonna try her. There's no glue needed. Apparently it just kind of stays on. So, but if she fails, I gotta back up. Always what I need, because every time I try something new, I don't know, girl, I'm just cursed or whatever, because it just does not work out for me. I don't know why. I don't know. As we put on these eyelashes, I want to do a story time. I'm going to be sharing stories of the worst heartbreaks, because honor of date night is leaving the past behind. And what better way to leave the past behind than to tell you guys for your entertainment. Okay, so I gotta focus. These are what they look like. That's cool. Oh my god, I had such a brain fart there. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna do a story time, and it's gonna be traumatic for me to go back and revisit what I had put in my vault. There was this guy, and let's call him Bob. So Bob and I met at a nightclub on my 19th birthday. I had the best time. Really good 19th birthday. Bob saw me at the club on my 19th birthday. A couple days after my birthday, Bob adds me on Instagram. Bob also messages me saying, hey, I saw you at the club, you looked great, blah, blah, blah. And Bob was flirting with me. Bob was trying to meet up with me. I was like, beep, beep, beep. Back it up, honey. I don't even know who you is, Bill. Girlies, trust your instincts. That's all I'm gonna say with guys. Then me and Bob were talking back and forth for a while, and Bob really wanted to meet up with me. And then whatever, we spoke on the phone, and then I was like, wow, Bob is like really cute. Girly, these half lashes are giving me life. No, oh my god. Oh, I need to stretch. Woo! Anyway, so Bob's really pushing to meet up with me, and I'm like, I don't know, like also I was anxious and like kind of afraid to meet Bob. He kind of got sick of it. He was like, I'm really trying here. So then I met up with Bob. We had a good night. After that, Bob was literally obsessed with me. As we talk about this, I do really need to get started with my foundation. Continuing on with the story, Bill, Bob is obsessed at this point. Like, we're going on dates. Bob is buying me stuff, taking me out. Like, we're having the best time, and I'm like so happy. Then Bob and I like start dating. Bob is like saying to me that he has this like girl best friend or whatever, and I'm like, that's fine. He was saying things like, I've known her for ages, and like this is when we literally were on our like third date. This girl, let's call her Jane. Jane was weird. So the first time I met Jane was at Bob's birthday. His birthday was in February. He was an Aquarian. Sorry, I do not do Aquarian men. I've been with Aquarians. I cannot. I just cannot. Jane, Bob's quote unquote best friend, my ass, I am just so beautiful, because I'm not one of those girls who are like, I'm so like, hey, like let's hang out, you want to go outside, like let's chat, let's get to know each other, you know? But Jane was not giving me any of that. And as soon as I met her, girlies, like I just got filled with a gut feeling. This girl is just bad vibes. When we get gut feelings about random stuff, it's usually on the ball. I went to Bob's birthday dinner with one of my girlfriends that knew Jane and was like, Jane is fun, Jane is nice, Jane's like a good person. If I think about me and my guy mates, oh, I would love their girlfriends. Like I'd be like, thank God there's a female in the group, girl. Let me tell y'all this. This Jane girl not only was giving me weird vibes, but whenever I spoke to her in conversation, she would like trying to like one up me. I've been learning about this, and then she goes, oh yeah, I already did that. I finished a course person that she was trying to compete with me, and I was like, girl, like what the fuck? Like I literally had no clue what Jane was trying to do here. At the time, I didn't read too much into it. I was like, whatever, me and Bob aren't even that serious. Okay, I just did a bit of Fenty concealer. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick, the contour. Anyway, so back to my story. So Jane essentially is competing with me. I asked her to come outside for a smoke because back then I smoked. She goes, no, like I want to stay in here with the guys. Like I literally didn't know what was happening. And Jane like would call Bob. She was making these requests. I started to talk to my other friend. I was like, you said Jane was like nice, right? And my friend's like, yeah. And I was telling her this. And then my friend was like, no, you're just crazy. She's amazing. So I was like, maybe I am just crazy. And I had just turned 19 as well. So do not expect me to know everything in the world. So we decide to all go clubbing for Bob's birthday. And Bob and I are getting serious. And Jane is kind of getting in the way. And I've been telling Bob, look, I feel weird about Jane. Has there ever been anything between you two before? There's like a weird vibe. I don't know what it is. Bob was like, no, there's never been anything between me and Jane. I would never, blah, blah, blah. Like she's just a friend. I was like, are you sure, Bob? Something is not right here, honey. So then we go clubbing for Bob's birthday. Jane got Bob a present. Inside of those gifts, girl, that Jane got Bob was a freaking letter telling Bob how much Jane liked him and how she's like keeping it a secret. What the hell? Like, just pause. Do these kind of women like Jane not think like properly about the fact that Bob has a girlfriend? The girlfriend is right there when she gave the gift. Y'all have been friends together for so long, apparently. Why did I have to get in the middle of it? Couldn't you have had this conversation before? Anyways, girls, I didn't know. Yeah, I was at that party with Bob and Jane when she gave that gift. I had no clue. And I was like giving a lap dance to Bob or whatever. Jane looked away. Like she got really upset and like she looked away. I was like, nah, definitely something's not right. And then I told my friend, because my friend was there again. Tell me that is not weird. Like just tell me right now, am I actually crazy? What the hell is going on? My friend was like, no girl, you are so right. Jane is weird. And like I was in this beautiful pink dress. I was having such a good time. I was like a bit litty girly. Jane freaking comes up to me. My bra was like just showing like a little bit, like not even that much, girl. And she waits for the perfect moment. She didn't say anything before when my bra was out. Now that we're in front of the guys and Bob is there, and she literally gets my dress and flips it over my bra, like not just a little bit, like hugely. Like she's like, cover it up, girl. You look gross. I don't even know this girl. This girl doesn't want to hang out with me or help me or do anything before. But now in this very moment, she wants to be a sister and help me cover up my bra. Like what the hell? And you know what I did though? This is why I love myself so much. I went and pulled it all the way down. I showed my boobs and I was like, whatever. And then I put it back up and I started laughing. She just like walked away, girl. Are you still recording, girl? Wow, this tutorial has taken a fat minute. As we know, Jane obviously loves Bob. Jane has waited till I got with Bob before she decided to say anything. Bob was single for like millions of years. I end up saying to Bob, look, I've tried to get along with Jane. I have done everything I can. But on your birthday night, this is what happened. And my friend, who used to be friends with Jane, who is not friends with Jane anymore, even thinks Jane is weird as well. I think Jane likes you. I don't feel comfortable with you being friends with Jane. I don't like Jane. I'm sorry. So that's what I said to Bob. As I wait for my eyes to bake, I'm gonna go in with my Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And then I'm gonna go in with my Sephora puffer. And I'm gonna apply this on my face. And then later Bob tells me, Jane gave me this gift. It has a note. And this is when I found out about the letter. I didn't find out about the letter when I was at the club on his birthday because I didn't go through Jane's box or whatever. It wasn't even on my mind, girl. I was like, whatever. I'm too litty. I'm having a great time. I was right. Intuition, you are spot on, girl. Thank you. Like, bravo. Beautiful work. And then Bob said, I know you were trying to tell me and I'm sorry. And I said, look, Bob, it's getting a bit much. It's either her or me at this point. This is when I gave the ultimatum because, to be honest, I think it was fair to give this ultimatum. Now that this letter has come out, I think it's weird if you have me as a girlfriend and then you have Jane as a friend who clearly likes you. You can't have the best of both worlds. No, oh my god, my fucking powder. My Huda powder, girl. This is like $1 million. I just spilled everywhere. Girl, just close. Stop. We're not even at the best part yet. This is just the beginning. I gave Bob the ultimatum, and then Bob said to me, that is totally fair. He said, I'm not going to be friends with Jane anymore. The nerve, Bob told me that I couldn't have any guy friends at all, but Bob was allowed to have Jane as like this weird kind of friend. Okay, how have I not been doing my bronzer with this brush my whole life? Do not judge my palette, girl. She has been through it. I'm just gonna go in with my Rare Beauty and like fix up my brows, because when we were doing the makeup and everything else, the brows got affected. Secondhand smoke. So Bob is getting like super weird. Looking back at this situation now, I think that Bob was like resentful for me for giving him that ultimatum. Maybe Bob had underlying feelings for Jane like this whole ass time, because what I'm about to tell you next, girl, is shocking. Also, I forgot to add a little detail in here. Jane almost got Bob literally bashed by some other guy, and like Bob and Jane would have these like fights. They'd stop talking and then they'd like become friends again, and like it was weird, right? This is also what led to my ultimatum, because I was like, Bob, like what kind of friend is this? Like I would never do this to one of my guy mates or girl mates. Like I'm not interested in drama. This ultimatum was the tip of the iceberg, because Bob already was like, she's crazy, blah blah blah, like I don't want to be friends with her. But I don't know, girl, something with them was like weird. So anyways, Bob was like, you can't do this, like you can't be home at like 11. You know, Bob was switching up. Like me and Bob met at the party scene, so like I was going out. It just got a bit weird, and I was like, Bob, you trying to change who I is? Look at the difference though between bottom shadow, boo. Bottom shadow is everything. Anyways, long story short, girl, Bob and I were a bit rocky after this whole situation with Jane. Bob was being super weird, and then after that, Bob broke up with me. I was so upset. There was something else going on and I didn't understand at the time. After Bob and I broke up, literally, girl, like a couple of weeks after, guess what I see randomly on my Instagram? Somebody, I think, showed me this photo of Bob and Jane. Jane posted the photo and Jane put the caption as, it's been so many years, finally we're together. And then I called Bob and I was like, what is this photo about? Are you kidding me? Like, did you just want to get with her the whole time? And then Bob goes, no, it's just a stupid photo. She's making weird captions up. And I said, you know what, Bob? Bye. I was like, I'm done. I can't believe in high school I never used to do this. Like I would walk around with foundation on my lips all the time. And girlies, you have to do this. You just have to. To conclude it all, girl, Bob ended up getting with Jane. So Jane had her fantasy. After I got over that little hump, I was literally like, thank God I'm not with Bob. Bob is literally not the kind of guy I want to be with. Fast forward to the future, Bob is watching my stories and then Bob goes, I broke up with Jane, she's a psycho, blah blah blah. So that is the story about one of the failed relationships I've had. These kind of relationships that are shitty teach you a lot. The relationships you're gonna have, girlies, with the Bobs are gonna lead you to your Prince Charming. I promise you. Bob literally led me to my man. Hey girlies, I'm gonna finish off the look, but I cannot have my microphone attached because every time I spray something, I fuck up this microphone. So excuse me while I put her down and put her on. This is the finished date night look. If you want a good date night look, this is definitely your go-to. I hope you enjoyed this video so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!